back to the Lazy Girl's Kitchen. My name is Maggie, and on today's episode, I'm going to share with you how I like to make my white bean tomato soup. I guess it's what it's called. I don't know. I haven't named it, but doesn't matter. So without further ado, let me take you through the list of ingredients. Okay, so what you're going to need to make this is some salt, some pepper, some onions, some garlic, some red pepper flakes, pasta of your choice. I'm using elbows for this one, but you can use whatever you'd like. Some celery, some chicken broth, some cooking spray, cannellini beans, and a can of crushed tomatoes. I like to use the ones with basil, but you can use whatever you have on hand. And then you're also going to be needing a crock pot, because the beauty of this soup is that it's gonna cook in the crock pot. Okay, so here's the beauty of this. What you're gonna do is basically dump everything into your crock pot except for your cannellini beans, because since they're already cooked through, we don't want them to get mushy in here, so we're gonna add them at a later time. So the first thing you want to do is I just take a little bit of cooking spray and I just spray my crock pot. And into this, I'm gonna add in my my tomato sauce. Let me just get everything from inside out. We here at the Lazy Girl's Kitchen do not waste anything. Okay. So to this, I'm gonna add in my stock. We're gonna add in our noodles. So I'm using elbows. They're gonna plump up a little bit too, just so you know. We're gonna add in our celery. Ooh, splashing everywhere. The onions. I left some celery behind. We're gonna add in our red pepper flakes. Some salt. And then a generous sprinkling of pepper. Even though you're adding in the red pepper flakes, you still want to add a little bit of pepper, because red pepper flakes have a different spiciness than the pepper does, and you definitely don't want to leave that out. You're going to give this a nice stir. Okay, so now that everything is nicely incorporated into my crock pot, I'm going to cook this on low heat for about 4 to 4.5 hours, or you can cook it on high for about 2 to 2.5 hours. And then I'll show you what we do after that, okay? Okay guys, so my soup has been cooking for about 3.5 hours on low. So now what I'm going to do is I have my cannellini beans in here, and I've drained them and they're kind of just drying. You want to make sure that you drain them, because you don't want all that salt and all that coating to go into your soup, okay? We definitely do not want that. And then I had a little bit of chicken broth left, about half a cup or so. I'm just gonna add that into my soup to make it a little bit more soupy, I guess, if you could say. So let me show you. So this is the crock pot, and it's getting kind of chunky, which is totally fine. I do like it like this, but I just want to thin it out just a tiny bit. So what I'm gonna do, ooh, it's hot. The cover is hot. Oh, it smells to die for, like, it smells so good. So I'm gonna add in my beans and the rest of my chicken stock, broth, whatever, broth. Just to thin it out a bit. Even if you don't want to thin it out, you don't have to. It's just an option, you know. I'm gonna give this a nice stir. And I actually turned the heat up to high now. It's not on low anymore. If you want to keep it on low, cook it for about another 1.5 hours on low, just so that everything warms up and the beans get nice and warm. You don't want cold beans in your soup. If you want to turn it up to high like I did, you're going to cook this for about another 45 minutes or so. Just check on it to make sure that the beans are nice and warm through. And then we will come back here and we will try it together. So after adding in my beans, I let the soup cook for about another hour or so, maybe a little bit longer than an hour. But I want to just show you. Look at this. Can you see that? It's just like the perfect consistency. I actually made some grilled cheese that I'm going to eat with this. Just perfect. All the flavors together. It's like, oh, perfection. You definitely have to check this out. Head over to www.thelazygirlskitchen.com to get this written recipe, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. Bye, guys.